Hello Adventures, it's your man Zero here, your favorite hero. Guys, the official announcement for the game was released today. It was at a crazy hour, 5 a.m. PST, so I made sure to capture the recording so I can share it with you guys and go over some of the details that I saw. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so we're just going to play it here and I'm going to go through it with you one by one as we go along. I do think there's quite a bit of good stuff. Some things I wasn't expecting, some things I was expecting, some things that match the closed beta test, but deviate from the Taiwan release. So let's hop in and we'll go over those specifically in detail. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I am just going to share tidbits with you of the things that I think are valid and important, just so that way we're not here for the entirety of 30 minutes. Let's check it out. All right, so we have our, of course, announcement of the official release being July 31st Pacific time. That means, of course, it will be August 1st for the you people out in Japan and such. So keep that in mind. There is a time difference there, and it's available on all platforms. I would highly suggest you download it on Windows and, of course, on one of your mobile consoles. Don't do it through Steam, guys. All right, so I'm just going to pause there. I do want to point out the fact that, hey, they look amazing. Those little chibi art is just phenomenal. The little kitty is super important. I named mine Chalk. I thought it was a really clever name, and it fits him quite well, and I think I will be sticking to that. That said, you can name your kitty, so that's great to know. I just wanted to point out something that I thought was really interesting, and I think is very important, is here we have characters who are speaking in English. So even though this is the global release, we have English VAs. Does that mean we're going to be getting English voice acting throughout the entirety of the game? I'm really hoping so. When it came to the closed beta test, we had three languages. We had Chinese, we had Korean, and we had Japanese. So I would be super happy if they added English to that mix. Let's keep going. All right, so these are the main things that were covered over the video. We have, of course, our introduction. Then we have Chapter 1, gameplay overview. Next, we have Chapter 2, which is producer introductions, which is basically our development live stream. I am going to be rushing to that portion, but I do want to mention the other few things here. We have multiple giveaways. Actually, there's a first one that is not noted. It's actually in the first part here, which actually is right at the beginning. So I am going to skip to that screenshot so you can actually see what we're going to be getting, and I'll go over then to the producer interview portion because there is something in there that I do want to point out that I think is extremely important and I am pumped to see. And we have, of course, chapter 2, so we'll go to the next picture for giveaway so you can see that. Next, we have the character showcase, which they're going to be talking about Gloria, because she's going to be the one that we're going to be getting instead of Leonide and Samantha. So keep that in mind. And next we have, of course, chapter 5 giveaway, which will go just right to that picture so you can see it. And then we'll go to the, what is it, version highlights. So there's going to be some changes between the Taiwanese and or rather, Asia Pacific and the global, and I'll go over that. You don't really need to go too deeply into that one. And then chapter 7 will be another giveaway, so I'll go right to that screenshot. And finally, we'll be closing off with final thoughts. So let's first hop into the introduction. And of course, if you do like this content, please do like, sub, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to grow this channel, and with your help, I can do that. So let's go to the introduction, guys. All right, so here we have our first reward. So this is what we're going to be getting. This is when you first log into the game right away. So this is going to be what all of your rerollers are going to be using in order to get the best bang for your buck. So we're going to be right away starting off. Because of this, we're going to be getting 450 Hope Lexite, which does transfer to 3 pulls. Let's hop to the next part. All right, so during the Q&A, they did, with the devs, they had multiple different questions that they wanted answered. So the first question was, why was Sword of Convallaria delayed? Well, Sword of Convallaria was delayed globally because they weren't quite fully happy with what they had in terms of releasing for the actual Asia Pacific. So there's a bunch of stuff that they changed, and some of which is actually going to be major beneficial to rerollers. As an example, we are probably going to be able to get a guest account that we can basically trash every single time that we don't do a good reroll, because rerolling is extremely important. So that is one of the main delays. Also, the storyline, and they had to do a lot of fine tuning and stuff like that there. That's why it was delayed for approximately a year. It was released in Asia Pacific about 11 months ago. So keep that in mind. We have a lot of content to catch up on. Let's go to question 2. Oh, hey, it's me from the future. Just a really quick additional note here. They actually are going to be speeding up the event times for us on global. So in approximately the course of half a year, they want us to align with the Asia Pacific market. So that way we are on the same timeline. So keep that in mind. We're going to be bombarded with events, and I'm pumped. That's actually really cool, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, back to the rest of the video. All right, so some of the gameplay optimizations that are being made during the delay, which I did mention, is being able to use like that guest account, being able to connect it to different platforms, that kind of thing. So material acquisition and character development and team building. So they gave more of kind of like a guide and assistance in order for you to be able to understand all the different tactics and that kind of stuff in the game, so that way you can actually make sure that you understand the deeper mechanics that are involved. So this is what was important to me. Question 4. What new content is being developed that will be introduced gradually? So shortly after global release, they are going to be introducing 2 brand new gameplay mechanics or features, which is fantastic. One of which is actually live PvP, guys. Not the PvP. So I'm going to pause it. Not the PvP that we played in closed beta test. Closed beta test, it was PvP, but it was kind of like PvE, right? So we would be able to set our own teams, that we'd be fighting against like a defense setup of another team, but it would not be live. But in this video, they actually mentioned this. Look right here, real time. Players can be matched in real time, meaning that we will actually be able to do real time level PvPing. That is phenomenal. That is such a big improvement compared to what would have had. And the second thing that actually they added is guilds, guys. So we got guilds in this one. We got PvP guilds, PvE guilds. This is going to be phenomenal. We're going to be fighting against each other. So I'm super excited for it. Let's see what the other one is that they mentioned here. Guild events, there it is. So they're going to be providing us guild events. This is something that they did not have in the Asia Pacific release. And guild team battles. Okay. I don't know if you guys know how big that is. That's massive. That is such an important quality of life in a game's survivability and longevity, is us being able to play as a guild, as a community. I will be making my own guild. I'll make sure to reach out to people who are interested in this video. Please do comment down in the section below, and make sure we do some recruitment drives, right? Make sure we get some people that want to play this game, do some good re-rolling, get some good characters, and maybe we can get a really good guild together. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to jump right to the last question. Where is it? So the reason why they chose pixel art in the current era, guys, is because they're massive fans. They're huge fans. One of the guys is a big fan of Metal Slug, and that really drove him to developing this kind of game. Another question that they had is there a connection between pixel design and the fixed perspective of the game? They basically just wanted to keep consistent in the feel. So if you added like map rotation, similar to like Final Fantasy Tactics had map rotation, well, it makes the game far more difficult to produce. And if they're going to be producing game content quicker and quicker, they need to keep that relatively simple. So they're going to be doing a more specific view type, and they'll be adjusting their camera when they're doing like things like animations or attacks, and like zooming in on characters and that kind of stuff, but they're not going to be changing your aspect or your view of the territory. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make as long as content is being created frequently and in a solid manner. Question 8. Are there any messages from the team for the global players? Guys, they just want us to have fun. This is all the different kind of areas that you can find content information about Sword of Convallaria. You can find them on YouTube, you can find them on X, you can find them on Discord. They do have an official Discord group, and they do have a Facebook page as well. So definitely hit those up, make sure that you're following them, because some of the challenges and competitions for like the free stuff that we get is actually based on the interactions on some of those media sites. Speaking of which, this is one of the ones that you're going to have to do some interaction with. So if you follow Engage and you're able to actually get put into a draw for an iPhone 15 Pro 256 gig and or a $50 Amazon gift card, maybe we'll see more and more in the future. Maybe 1-year anniversary and stuff like that, they'll be doing something similar. But basically you can join the Discord to get put into that draw. So I'm in the Discord. Make sure you get into the Discord too. I'll make sure to put those descriptions and the links and stuff like that in the description below. Check it out. Okay, and here we have the actual introduction to Gloria. Guys, this is just a quick, simple video that they put together for Gloria. She is an amazing character. She is going to be one of the units that we actually get at the beginning of the game. We don't get it for free, guys, but she does have a glorified specific one banner that I think is going to be extremely beneficial to rerollers. All right, so here's another one of the rewards. This, of course, is going to be another 300 Lexite, so 2 summons, right? Elysium coin, which of course is just the in-game currency. You don't really utilize that except for when you're doing like upgrades and stuff like that. But radiant power is going to be very, very important. So there are two ways to gain experience in this game for your characters, and that's one through grinding, and the other one is through using radiant powder. You utilize that to basically boost your characters up, increase their levels very quickly. It is nice that we're going to be getting that, and let's hop in to see what else we're going to be talking about in this video. So there are going to be various events at the start of this game release. Here we actually go over some of them really quickly in quick succession. So I want to watch this with you so that way you guys can see it. So here it is. We have an introduction to Destinies, right? So Spiral of Destinies, and where we're going to be getting some content that we need to complete in order to get some additional material. And then we want to have one for, what was that, Radiant Dawn, Dawn of Glimmering Hope. Then we have here, this is, I believe, a introduction. So this is the Voyage Momento. Basically, complete milestones and quests to earn massive rewards. I do believe that this is the one that I showed in my previous video, which you can get Rawia. Man, that name is a little bit odd. We'll get used to it. And then finally, this is brand new. So this is one that we did not have in the closed beta test. Sail on Voyager. Guys, if you log in for 7 days, you get Fikal for free. So that is a legendary archer. So super, super good considering the other characters that we're going to be focusing on. You get a defensive unit for free, which I believe is, I think it's Marta. And then we have, of course, Rayoa, which is an attack-based unit. We're getting her for free through the other event. Now we're getting Fiscal for free. And then the two banners that we have are Gloria, which is a kind of like a support. And then we also have Beryl, which is a magic attacker plus a heal on her, and Cole, which is a ninja. So right there, with those characters, though they are in separate factions, you have a really well-rounded 6-person team. Phenomenal. So here we have another little confirmation of the banner. So we got the two banners. So we got the Flags Justice, we got Gloria, we got Beryl for the secondary one, right? And with Cole. So those two are going to be in the one banner. You can kind of see that in terms of the art here. And you can kind of have a feel here about how these banners are going to work, right? We're going to probably end up getting one target unit, and then we're going to have another 2 units in a second banner. And let's continue. That's a big deal, though. Like, those characters are amazing. Also, just stopping right there. Those characters are all S and S plus. Like, these characters, you want to reroll and get as many copies of these people as possible, at least one. I'm going to be rerolling until at least I get a Colt and a Beryl. And then when it comes to Gloria, I'm just going to keep utilizing the materials that I have on hand to get her, because her banner is very specific. It's a single unit, and it doesn't have like a pity system. So you are going to be able to get her pretty quick. And I am super excited to have Gloria on my team. I had her at basically the 2nd star level in the closed beta test. I managed to get 2 of her. I managed to get 2 Cole, and holy man, my teams were packed. PvE and PvP was nothing to me because my teams were so powerful. Okay, let's hop into the next part. I think this is a nice touch. Outfits. Guys, we're actually going to be getting skins in this game. So that's something that I didn't know about till watching this. We do have a skin here for Beryl. So you can kind of see here, I'll actually play it so you can actually see kind of like the art behind it. You can see the characters sneaking behind, but you can see what she looks like. Her skin doesn't affect just her character design. It actually also affects her animation. So when you have a skin equipped, her animations are a little different. You can see that here. That is a different firework. And you saw that. So Call will also be getting a new outfit. So I'm excited to see what that is. It doesn't show it in the trailer, but I'm pumped to see what Cole looks like in her new outfit. All right, and here we have it. We have our, what was that, the 4th? Yeah, that's the 4th one. So this is the 4th giveaway. They are leaving, if you leave a comment on the video, you can win a $50 gift card. They're doing 10 of these. So make sure that you're going to the YouTube videos and pasting your comments. I can also put those in the description below, so that way you guys know where to go to get this stuff. So I think that is really it for this video. Yep, thanks for watching. That's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you did like it. Please do like, sub, and subscribe yet again. I do really appreciate it. I'm almost at 500. Hopefully you can be my 500th follower here, or rather subscriber. I would really appreciate you doing that for me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be well.